Yo, what's up guys? We got a crazy ass lineup right now. We got a RCF and we got, I think, a Mustang Z something. I gotta figure it out. But yo, that car looks freaking fire. And we got the daily right here. Now, you guys are probably wondering what's going on today. We are actually going to be doing an oil change on the RCF, maybe my wife's car, and the daily. I'm probably just going to film the RCF though, because you know, who cares about that car? No one asked, but I did just wake up. I haven't even showered yet, and it's because in the streets of New York, when I do oil changes, I'm on the floor, you feel me? So it doesn't really make sense dressing up, you know, fixing up my hair, putting on nice clothes if I'm gonna just be on the floor of the streets of New York. Now, typically for the RCF, I technically do oil changes every 3,000 miles. I know some people do it every 5,000 miles, but I don't know. I like to stay safe, so I do my oil changes every 3,000 miles on this car and even on that car too. Let's just take a look at the oil right now. And shit, damn, it's not even bad. It looks kind of clean, looks all right, but yeah, it is due for a change though. Let's slide that thing back in. Ugh. And yeah, y'all. Now, the difficult part about doing oil changes with this car is that it's so low. Like, it's so low, which makes it so hard to like put a jack under here and to just jack this car up. But anyways, before we even do an oil change, we do have to drive the car around to make sure that the oil is warm. This car is already warmed up because I drove it around already, but this car is dead cold. Like, it's been sitting for like 24 hours. So yeah, let's take this around the block for a few spins, maybe for like 5 minutes or so until things start to warm up. A heads up, this isn't like a full tutorial on how to do an oil change on your car. I'm just doing it and I'm just taking clips here and there. So yeah, don't expect me to like guide you through anything here. We gotta do a few revs, so make sure the oil is really hot and things are really warmed up. Perfect. And now, before anything, I am actually gonna test my suspension stiffness because I feel like it's a bit too hard right now. So I'm gonna turn it 3 clicks left, soft, to just soften it a tiny bit. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna just see how that feels. All right guys, we took it for a little drive. We got the jacks out. Now it's time to get the woody out to make sure that the jack could fit under, because you know I'm super low, so that's why this wood is needed. And okay, the front end is going up a tad bit. I think I gotta angle it more. It's more towards the side. I'm gonna only tell you guys this because I care about you guys. So typically for me, whenever I do my oil changes on the RCF, things could get a bit sketchy. And to make sure that things are as secure as possible, I like to hold the other side with at least a mini jack as I'm jacking up the other side. Even though this side is on stands, I still don't trust the stands alone. So this jack is gonna stay here right next to the stand just in case something fails, and yeah, there's another option to save something if anything fails. And that is how your boy tries to be as safe as possible. Now, it's obviously gonna take a while to get this thing all the way up here, so I'm gonna save you guys the torture. Oh shit, I need new rear tires. What the fuck? Sheesh. Soon though, soon. But yeah, them shits are almost bald. Damn. I'm gonna do this shit off camera. Cool. Hey, and just like that, is as stiff as a whiff. I got a small jack, I got a jack stand. Yo, I could probably sleep here tonight. That's how confident I am in this. Slightly. And about half an hour later, I have the car up on the jack stand. Yo, it takes so long to put this car on jack stands. It's probably because it's so low, but it's on. I'm gonna do a shakes test on camera real quick. Yeah, it's not really going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Alright guys, we got the oil filter loose. Slide in the oil catcher thingamajiggy. And let's get to wrenching. I'm trying to do this the neat way. Cool. Alright guys, so I got the oil filter out. I know that typically some people like to pour oil in here. Quick confession, I don't. I just put the filter in and I just install it back. Then after I refill the car with oil, that's when I let the car just run a bit so that all the oil could, what the fuck? So that all the oil could just flow through. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but yeah. All right guys, we got everything empty. Now it's time to fill up the car with oil. The recommended dosage is 9.3 quarts. We do have like 10, and we are using Pennzoil. So each of these are 5 quarts. Yeah, we're gonna put 9.3 in right now. And to confirm how empty it is, we are just gonna do a quick check. And yeah, do not start this motor. All right, first startup after changing the oil. And the whole point of this is to allow the oil to cycle throughout the car and the filter. All right, guys, we got the old filter out, and I'm gonna just use this opportunity to check how healthy my engine is. You know, hopefully there's no shavings in the filter. So essentially, if you guys are like, what on earth are you talking about, Turtle? This is what I'm talking about, right? So apparently, if you like look in between your filters and see like shavings, yeah, it probably means your engine is cooked soon. But obviously you do have to cut it open. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, before we even cut it open, I'm gonna just look in between to make sure there's no shavings. And then we are going to cut it open. So far, I don't see anything at all. Well, I don't know what that thing is. Yeah, it looks pretty cool so far. All right, now it's time to cut this thing open. Oh. So this is it. So everything is cut open and don't really see any shavings at all. You guys can see. Hey, it means that every single time I've done a pull in this car, which is probably like, I think at this point, probably over 100 pulls, the engine is still strong. Yeah, because there's no shavings. So like, this is a pretty good sign / good indication to tell how healthy your engine / car is. Yeah, there's no shavings. Hey, so that is a plus. And even though, yo guys, I drive this car hard, or I would say I used to drive it hard, but yeah, that's a plus.